What's the difference between an appraised value and an assessed value? Find out in this episode. Welcome everyone to this episode of the AskJasonGelios show. I'm Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Out of all the things that you could be watching, you chose to click on this video and I really appreciate it. I also appreciate all the questions that I get from you, the viewers, as well as clients and people that I come in contact with. All these questions are geared towards helping you make a sound decision whether you're buying or selling residential real estate. And so that's why I put out this content, to give you the education and the tips that you need. So with that said, today I'm going to share, actually in this episode I'm going to share the difference between an assessed value and an appraised value. Okay? So an assessed value is only done by your city or township, municipality, to determine your tax amount. And so their main focus is to come out, the assessors, their main focus is to come out, look at your property, if they even come out actually. They've usually been out once, and it's usually when your property was built, and then they kind of go off of information that they get from a new buyer, right? Somebody buys your property and then they fill out a form. It's 3-bedroom, it's this and that, right? 2-bath. So an assessed value is just strictly, hey, the township or city figures out how much they should value your property at and then tax you on that. An assessed value cannot increase. It's actually per year past a certain amount. Most of the time it's like it can't increase, or it's capped at 2% per year, but it varies depending on city and township, right? But just know that assessed value can go up or down a little bit each year. On a side note, when you purchase a home and you're the new owner, your taxes will be based on the new value, or what they should be at the moment that you're purchasing it. So that's why we usually see an increase, and that's why you want to make sure that you know what the current tax amount will be if you purchase a property. You can call the township, or your agent can contact the township, provide the property address and say, hey, if I purchase this house today, how much would my taxes be, roughly? Okay? Now, let's talk about appraised value. Appraised value is what the fair market value is on your property. An appraisal is a lot more in-depth compared to an assessed value. A decent appraiser will come out, they'll look at your property inside and out, they'll ask you, hey, have you done any updates in the past certain amount of time, right, months or years? And they'll look at the comparables in your neighborhood, all right? What did other homes sell for? What are homes listed at? All these things. Now, ultimately, it's all about sold. What has sold in your neighborhood? But an appraised value is a lot more accurate. So, there's bugs out here. Make sure that if you've done updates, right, to your home, if you've done, spell out these things. If you've added square footage, spell out these things, or leave a list for the appraiser. It doesn't hurt, right? If your appraiser is coming out and you know, which you should know that they're coming out, if someone's purchasing your home, or you're just doing an appraisal for a refinance, or if you're just interested in what your home is worth, which I feel everyone should do that every so often, just to kind of keep you knowledgeable about your property. Provide them a list. Share a list that says, hey, we did this in the past year. We added square footage in the back. We updated the master bathroom, whatever. Share this with the appraiser, and that will only help you. It won't hurt you, right? But just know that an appraised value is a lot more accurate, and it's a snapshot of the fair market value. Now, what do I mean by snapshot? Well, okay, so an appraised value is just a snapshot of what your property is worth at that specific time. Real estate changes all the time. If your appraiser came out and there were 2 homes on the market down the street, let's say, or around the corner in your neighborhood, and your appraiser's going off of comps that were sold, if the numbers that those other homes sold at after your appraisal was done, that's going to affect an appraisal that you get after, right? Because they're now new comparables, and if they sold for a lot less, that could affect your value now. So an appraised value, if you have an appraisal come out, appraisal done, and let's say they appraised your house at 300, and let's say some newer comps hit the market 1 month later and they came in way less, and let's say your house is now worth 280, that could happen. It's a snapshot in time. There's no guaranteed appraisal amount, right, that's going to last a year. It's not set in stone for that specific amount of time. It's just the way it is right there. So matter of fact, when you do refinances, a lot of times that's good for that moment, but that could change down the road. So those are the differences between assessed value and appraised value. Be sure to share your comments. Tell me what you think. If you have additional questions, share it in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, follow. Hey, if you're on my website, it's allabouttherealestate.com watching this, be sure to sign up for my free e-newsletter. I share tips, I share additional videos, and I try to keep things value first, education first. So I really appreciate you guys watching. I'm Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor, and make it a great week.